Freedom Park, for the first time in Arkansas, and perhaps the first time in the South, will tell the entire story of what happened to African American people during the war. Freedom Park follows their story from their arrival in Helena in July of 1862, up into serving as soldiers, fighting at the Battle of Helena. The 2nd Arkansas Infantry of African descent helped hold the lines on the southern end of town, and ultimately up into the modern age, where perhaps the greatest symbol of their activities is that we now have a African American president.
And I think just by putting these exhibits out here and saying, this is part of our history, this is part of our community, that we want people here to know about, and that we want everyone to know about. We invite them to come and see this part of the story. I mean, as Helena is going to have a number of locations where different parts of their story are told, and this tells a part of that African American story that's been absent.
So the stories are still out there. This is an inception in terms of where do we start and how do we reveal the story of what happened. And as I mentioned, there are thousands of stories that are still yet to be told.
150 years after hundreds of slaves made the decision to journey into the unknown in hopes of being free, the city of Helena honors the bravery and resolve of freedom seekers. The land that once served as a refuge for former slaves is now home to Freedom Park, a permanent tribute to those courageous men, women, and children who risked everything to be free. Here, Americans from all walks of life can learn more about this untold story in United States history. It is a story that transcends race, heritage, and generations, describing the dreams, the sacrifices, and struggles of those that risked everything for one thing: freedom.
I mean, the goal here is to touch people emotionally, because it doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is. As I said, even just looking at some of these images, even if you don't read or speak English, you'll be able to get something out of this park, I think, because it's communicating things that are universal to all human beings.
So many African Americans do not embrace the Civil War period. In fact, members of my own family will frequently ask me, why you want to bring that up? That's a painful period. I don't want to know anything about that. And I tell them, you are dishonoring your own history. That is our history. You cannot change history. But we can certainly honor those individuals who fought for our freedom, because I'm here today because someone survived that period.
This is a park about the human spirit and about courage, and it's something that you don't really have to be from Arkansas or African American to appreciate what happened here. This is a story that anybody can relate to, and it's something that isn't told very much.
February is Black History Month, but it's the thought is, well, that's for them being black people, to celebrate their history. It is American history. And so sooner than later, then, if we start embracing our history as black, white, Native Americans, or whatever else, this is our history. It's all a part of America.